Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsyreplays and welcome back to the channel. T49 getting ready for the Sheridan that is coming this next update, and it branches off from this tank. So if I was you, if you want the tanks, the tier 9 and the tier 10 missile tanks, get playing this tank because you're going to need the XP to get the tier 9. I'm not sure exactly how much XP you need, but I'm guessing a lot of people will already have enough XP in this tank to just get the tier 9 tank straight away. Because it's a very popular tank, it's one of the most played tanks in the game. So when the new update comes, expect to see the tier 9 missile tank everywhere. I mean everywhere, because I mean I've got about 400,000, maybe more actually, 500,000 XP in this tank, and I don't play it that often, but it is one of the most played tanks in the entire game. So a lot of people are going to be playing this tank before the update, and a lot of people are going to be playing the tier 9 after the update. So if you don't have enough XP for the tier 9 new tank when it comes, get playing this now. You still have it's maybe the middle of January, I'm guessing, is when the update's going to be. So you have a few more weeks, maybe. I don't know when this tank, oh, what a nice shot, what a lovely shot. I don't know when I'll release this video. It will definitely be before the update. So get playing it, go and have some fun, get the rockets ready. Now, I don't know what Wargaming are planning to do in the future, whether they are looking at giving this the kind of T49 style back in the days, because they're bringing obviously missiles to the game. They're bringing it in, the ATGMs or whatever they are. I don't know if they're planning in future to change the T49, and if I'm honest, I hope they don't. I hope they don't. If they do decide to give this missiles as well, I do hope that they keep this gun, because it will just change the tank. It will change the tank. It won't be as much fun to play with the missiles. I'm not a lover of the missiles, if I'm honest, playing the Sheridan on open test and testing the tank. I'm not a big lover of the missiles, not because they're OP or because they're broke. It's just because they're just so hard to control. You're going to lose games if you keep firing the missiles just to try and get a nice looking shot. You will end up losing the game because of it. So I would recommend only use missiles when you absolutely can. I will make a full review on both of the new tanks when the update gets released, just so we can show you some proper gameplay that's not in open test, and we can actually try some missiles, not in training rooms if we can. Just basically a full review of the tank when the update hits. So in the meantime, get playing the tank, get playing the T49, get your XP up. Again, I'm not sure how much XP you need. 100,000, I don't know, 200,000 maximum, I don't know. But just play it, you've got plenty of time. I'm sure a lot of you watching this video will already have enough XP. I know people that have millions of XP in this tank, because it's just a very popular tank that people play, and it's a really fun tank to play when it goes your way. So we do have a couple of battles for you in this while we're here, while we're talking about the tank. We do have a couple of replays, and this battle so far, I think, is Foxtrot, and he's done fantastic. There's only 3 tanks left alive. He's playing very cautious, and there is tier 9s out, so he doesn't want to just go out and YOLO. And luckily he gets the rear of the KPF, but unfortunately doesn't quite pull off the full penetration. But he's on 3,800 damage. He's still full hit points. The Tiger 2 is about to die, and it will just leave this KPF. So he's going to come around the side. Is he going to be able to get a HE shot into the rear? If he gets a HE shot into the rear, he will be able to kill him definitely now if he comes rushing in, and he is going to kill him. 3 kills, 4,400 damage, and he actually makes some credits. I mean, not the best amount of credits, but you're not going to make, this ain't a tank that you make shed ton of credits, because you're always firing heat and you're always firing HE. So it's not a tank that you will make a load of credits from. So next up, we're on one of the newer maps, Normandy, and we're watching Luca, and he's top tier, and he's going to play this absolutely brilliantly. Now, I do love the T49. The T49 is just a very popular tank, and most of the people I know will have a good word about it. It's fun. It's fun to play. It's different, and it's just when the T49A was out, and not even the T49. Ignore the T49. When this tank first got released, it was one of the most broke tanks in the game, if not the most broke tank. And if this wasn't broke enough, this was at the same time that they released the T49A. That was also broke with the missiles, but the missiles is not. The tank wasn't broke because of the missiles, and that is what people is getting confused when they see these two new tanks, the Sheridan and the Tier 9, T90 something, blah blah blah. People see missiles, people hear missiles and think, right, that's it, the game's going to be broke because of the T49A. It's not about the missiles, guys. It's not. The missiles are not broke. The missiles, if anything, will lose you games. So stop comparing the Sheridan with the missiles to the T49A. They are just completely different. The T49A was not broke because it had missiles. It was broke because just how the missiles was set up. I mean, if you was playing on PC, you can shoot it up in the air, turn your gun, lock onto a tank, and the missile would hit. You can't do that now. You can't lock onto a tank. You have to look directly at the tank. And even that, if I'm honest, even that didn't make it that broke. It wasn't because of the auto-aim mess up. The main reason the T49A was broke was because of the percentage chance to the damage modules. And that is exactly the same reason why the T49 was broke when it first come into the game, because of the module damage percentage was way above the normal. It was like more than double, maybe even triple the normal. So you could roll out into a game and get 2 ammo racks every single game without a. I mean, you could get to the back of this 87, shoot the back of its turret, AT-15s, all that in tier 8 we was doing, shoot the back of the tank, and it would ammo rack. And that was what made the tanks broke, the T49A and this tank. But Wargaming removed that. They lowered the percentage, and since they lowered the percentage, it's now no longer a broke tank. It's just a fun tank. And to be honest, there's not actually many tanks I ammo rack now. You'll be very extreme. You have to be extremely lucky to get an ammo rack in this tank now, even with the 152 caliber gun. So just keep that in mind with the missiles. They're not broke. The missiles are not broke. If anything, they're going to lose you the game, and they are nothing like the T49A was when it first come into the game. So we're going to finish this battle now. I mean, the enemy are, there's 2 tanks left, and they have 2 caps, and the cap points are going up dramatically. I mean, 800, he needs to be quick. Luca is on his own against 2 tanks, but he has to do something, and he's ignoring those 2 tanks. He's keeping his composure. He's keeping it cool. If that was me, I would probably be panicking, because you've got 5 kills. You want the kills. You don't want to end the game now on a loss just because of supremacy points. I would have personally rushed in and tried getting them kills, but he's not doing that. He knows it's supremacy, and he's going to play it the right way, and that is to decap the bases that the enemy have caught. So he's caught one, he's moved on to the next one, and by doing that, he's making the Indian Panzer available to shoot, and the Indian Panzer is coming towards him away from the TD on his team. So now he has both tanks all split up, and you can see that the Indian is now capping base C, which he has to stop, because 950 supremacy points he has to stop. And what a time to get a nice high roll into that tank. And now the enemy only have 1 cap, and it's only a slow tank. So this tank can get around the map very, very quickly. The enemy tank can't. It's a very slow tank. So he's now headed towards cap A to recap that, to stop the enemy bases. And that is what this tank is good for. You can just get around the map so quickly, dish out 1 shot, 500 damage, move away in a different location, and that is why this tank is just so fun to play. So enjoy the tank, enjoy it while it's I mean, there's going to be a lot of people playing this tank, so if you're playing tier 7, be careful of these tanks. If you're playing a tank with no armor, things like Bulldog or anything Cherry, anything that can be HE'd, do be careful of these, because I'm guessing within the next week or so, or even after the update for those that don't even have the tank already, there's going to be a lot of them about. There's going to be a lot of 152s about in tier 6, 7, I mean tier 7, 8, 9 and 10. So I would personally go and play yours now. Get enough XP to get the tier 9 for when it comes for sale. So we're going to end the game now. He's on 6 kills. All it takes is one more shot for this AT7, and he could take a couple of shots. He's being risky. All he needs is to get to the side, and he is going to take him out. Well played, Luca. Thank you for sending me that in. 5,100 damage. Kolobanov, 7 kills. He gets the lot. So that is it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed playing the T49 to get the XP for the 2 new tanks that are on their way. I'm Meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.